The longer you can keep people engaged and watching your videos equals more watch time. And that means getting on YouTube's good side. And that helps you grow faster.
A21 Aaron, whoa, get ready for gaming tutorial.
So I have broken down all of my tips into categories. And first up, we're going to talk about equipment. And then we'll talk about your channel, your video content, engagement, and of course, fame. What makes me different than a lot of the videos that are pretty similar to the video I'm making is that I'm not just throwing out these cliche tips. I'm also going to show you how to put these tips to use and how to start your channel and of course how to grow. Like I said, first off, we're going to start off with equipment. The first part of equipment is cameras. Cameras are very important. That's how you capture everything in a YouTube video. I never recommend anyone to go out and spend money on cameras because I believe everyone should start off with using their phone. Your phone has a powerful camera on it and I always consider it to be free, especially because you probably already have one. I mean, it is 2020 after all. My 3-month-old niece has a phone. But if you do have a little bit of a budget to spend on cameras, then yes, okay, I would recommend to buy a G7X, which is from Canon, or a Canon EOS series. Those are both good and also very popular on YouTube as well. As you see, I have one and almost every YouTuber starts off with one of these cameras. Audio. You need good audio on YouTube in 2020. There's really no excuse to have bad audio because of the technology that we have and how cheap it has went down in price. And there are so many options out there. You can start off from anything with a $20 lava mic on Amazon and plug it into your phone to record pretty crisp audio. Or you can step it up a notch and get the Rode Mini, which is around $50–60. And if you're more of a sit-down commentary videos or gaming or something like this, then you can get either a USB or an XLR mic. But the USBs like Blue Yetis is around $100 and these are a lot more. So I recommend the USB mic. But if you are just starting off, of course, just go on Amazon, buy a $20 lava mic, plug it into your phone, do memo recordings as you're recording your videos, and then sync it together while you are editing, because that brings us up to our next tip, which is editing. Editing is very, very important. Good editing will separate you from the noobs, and it will show your true potential. A lot of newer YouTubers seem to have drawn out videos with a lot of boring parts. If you learn how to cut those out, you can really make a huge difference in your videos and your channel overall. But of course, editing software could be pretty expensive. You can always start off with just using editing software that comes free on your phone. If you're on Apple, you can use the iMovie. If you're on PC, then free something software PC on the PC. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but there's free software that comes on almost every single device. So start off using that. The main thing in editing that is the most important, cutting out the boring stuff. You have 6 hours of boring footage, cut it all, don't use it because it's boring. You want to cut this down into a 10 or 20-minute video. You're only keeping the good stuff. Next up, we have thumbnails, intros, and outros. So your thumbnail, it's like your first impression on meeting someone. Just like they say, a picture says 1,000 words. Well, so does your thumbnail. It gives the viewer an idea of what they're about to watch, or if they want to invest the time in watching your videos. Thumbnails is something that you want to invest a lot of time in and planning. You want to make sure that it is something catchy with a little bit of good clickbait, not bad clickbait. You don't want to say that someone gets eaten by a shark and the video has nothing to do with sharks. And good clickbait is more embellishing the truth of it. Even though something actually does happen, it may not happen as it was depicted in the thumbnail. So you can literally say, I got bit by a shark. In the video, you just put your finger into a fish tank with a little tiny shark that maybe nibbles on your finger. Technically, you did get bit by a shark, but it wasn't the big great white shark that you probably put in the thumbnail. There is good clickbait and there's bad clickbait. Just learn to separate the two. Intros and outros. Please stop making 10-minute story-driven intros with a bunch of wacky music because no one cares. 5 seconds. I know a lot of people say 15, 20, whatever. No, 5 seconds is good enough for an intro because it becomes very repetitive on every video. Get rid of all that. Pop up your name, put your social media, boom, get into the video. Just get on with it. That's it. Okay, so this next tip may sound a little cliche because everyone puts this in their videos. The first 15, which is the first 15 seconds of a video, is extremely important because that's the amount of attention span that someone has if they decide if they want to leave your video. You need to have the most exciting, the funniest, the best, the most engaging parts of your video in the first 15 seconds. So that way people are excited and they know they have to watch the entire video to see what happens next. A good rule of thumb is if you start a video off boring, it usually ends pretty boring.
Boring.
Next up, we have channel type. It's pretty much your channel niche. It's pretty important to make sure you know which kind of a channel you decide to be before uploading your very first video. You don't want to just keep throwing out random videos every day of different types of subjects, hoping that something sticks, because this is a major reason why a lot of people don't grow. If your viewers don't know what kind of a YouTuber you're going to be tomorrow, why are they going to stick around? Once you know the niche that you want to be, go all in. Do some research. Find YouTubers that are successful YouTubers in the same niche that you want to get in and go to their videos. Check what is their most popular videos and try to implement those into your videos, but do not copy exactly what they are doing because that is stealing, and stealing is bad. The next subject, which is consistency. So you kind of want to make sure you are consistent with whatever niche you are going to be. If you're going to be a gamer, be a gamer. If you're going to be mukbang, but be consistent. The next part of consistency is having a schedule. Set a schedule of YouTube videos, which I always recommend at least 2 videos a week if that is possible. Pretty much uploading only 1 video a month doesn't really cut it in 2020 anymore, and trust me, I know this is something that my channel is suffering with a lot as well, because I barely upload maybe once a month. So I probably would grow a lot faster if I was able to keep it a little bit more consistent, but this is something that I know and I understand. Since we're talking about channel types and niches, one niche is vlog. If you want to do vlogs, that's fine, but let me get this just very clear. Vlogs do not grow channels. Usually, sometimes they do. In the most cases, they just don't. So if you are a new YouTuber trying to grow a channel, I don't recommend vlogging because no one cares that you and your family went to a park and you saw a duck. No one really cares. Unless it's your family, they probably do. Once you start gaining a following, then I recommend start putting it in there little by little, and then of course people will start to watch. Next up, we have value. Giving value and content helps your channel grow. For example, if you are a DIY or a tutorial channel, it is a lot easier to grow because you are making content that is searchable and also recommendable because it's something that people want or need, so therefore they are looking for this. You are giving some kind of value to the people watching the videos, so they are making more watch time on your videos, so therefore you are growing. But if you are a gamer or a commentary channel, it may be a lot harder to grow, so you're just gonna have to be a little bit more creative and make your videos a little bit more entertaining. Give some kind of tips and tricks and some educational videos every now and again, so that way those are searchable, recommendable, and it brings people in. Side tip, don't make videos just to get money or fame. People notice this and they will not stay or subscribe, so don't do it because they will leave. Alright, so next up we have engagement and watch time. The longer you can keep people engaged and watching your videos equals more watch time, and that means getting on YouTube's good side. So therefore you start getting recommended more, and that helps you grow faster. And the easiest way to fix your watch time on your videos is by watching your own videos multiple times. Find out if for whatever reason you start to get bored or lose attention while watching your own videos, because that gives you a hint that there's something boring in the content that you can't even focus on. So find the boring parts in your video and cut it out, and that should help you right there. But even if you cut out all the boring parts in your video, still pretty boring, the next tip is B-roll. You need some kind of breaks when you're watching super long videos, so throw up some B-roll, some video clips, some music, some GIFs, something that makes it change up a little bit. You don't want just one still picture of someone. It gets pretty boring, and I'm pretty sure you know this when you're editing your own videos. If you're talking about a cat, throw a picture up of a cat. That's pretty much what a B-roll is. If you've been doing something for a while and it's not working, switch it up every now and again. Change the content, the editing style, the music, just something. Odds are if you've been doing the same thing for super long and nothing's working, then it's probably never going to work. I kept changing up my content every few months just to see kind of what does a little bit better. I found out that I'm pretty good at explaining things, so I started making tutorials and my channel started growing faster than it ever did. I do have 2 little bonus tips because these are something that people talk about all the time. They say to make 20-minute videos, and I don't agree with that. If you are making a 20-minute video that's super boring, then it's just as good as having a 3-minute video. If you cannot make a natural 10-minute video, then do not do it. Only upload good content for as long as possible. If you don't have enough content to make it longer, then that's okay. My videos start to get boring when I'm editing them, so I cut a lot of it out, even though I know it's gonna make less money and probably not get as much views or traction. but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make to at least have some decent content. Okay, I swear, this is the last bonus tip, patience. It is probably just as important as all the other 14 tips. You need to understand that it takes time and it does not happen overnight, unless you're certain people, which those people are super freaking lucky. You may get 0 views for the first 20 or 30 videos, and that's okay. It gives you time to improve. Just remember, keep improving even if no one is watching. Be consistent on your uploads and be patient, because I believe that you can do it, and I know that you will be successful as long as you keep trying. So if any of you do get even a little bit successful after watching this video, and I'm talking like 20, 30 subscribers, then please let me know in the comment section. I will personally subscribe to you because I know that you can do it, and I would be very proud. Okay, we are finally done. I am so sorry, guys. I know this video was a lot longer than most of my videos, and I do apologize. Before we go, I just have to let you guys know that I am thinking about starting live streams, and maybe on the weekends I can be looking at your guys' channel and giving you my personal opinions, just giving you some tips and tricks. And if that is something that you guys would like, then please let me know in the comment section. I don't know if anyone would want that, but if you do, let me know. If not, that's okay too.